have I been? Well, it's been over 4 years since my show last aired. I've sort of been home, you know. I didn't get to do that college thing where, you know, for 4 years you sort of hang out and figure out who you are and drink a lot of beer and read a couple of really good books. So I sort of been doing that in the last 4 years with Kelly and the kids, and it's been really very healing, I think, in a lot of ways. It's very, very, very intense to be the head of that kind of show and to be that sort of public figure for so long. For me, also when I was, you know, a mom and a partner, I mean, there are, you know, 5 vital souls that I'm connected to and responsible for. I needed to kind of refocus on that. It was a huge life adjustment. Huge, you know. It was almost like jumping off the bridge. I mean, people are like, you're not going to jump. You're on the good bridge. Everyone loves this bridge. Lots of free stuff on this bridge. Why are you jumping off the bridge? Like, well, my family's not on the bridge, and I need to get off the bridge. I jumped and I made it, but trust me, it was an interesting descent. The magazine lawsuit was by far the most troubling event that ever happened to me. And I remember at the height of my success thinking, boy, the other side of this coin is going to be tough. We got into business with some unethical people. There were millions of dollars wasted on both sides. At the end, the judge said there's no merit in this case whatsoever. It was a tough thing, you know, and I have to say the lesbian haircut didn't help. The haircut. The bane of my existence. You know, I never thought it was that bad, and then recently someone showed me some photos. Okay, I agree. It was an error of epic proportion. The haircut was a mistake on many levels, and Kelly reminded me that when Blake first saw it, he started to cry. It's never a good sign. Your child, you scare your child with your haircut. But I can tell you this, I'll never do it again. This girl has long, luxurious hair from now on, I promise. I didn't think it would be so shocking to people, number one, and number two, I sort of thought everybody knew, you know, which was shocking to find out they didn't, you know. There was overwhelming amount of love shown to me as a result that I hadn't anticipated, and it was definitely the right decision, and in hindsight, I wish that I had done it before. I said to Kelly, would you marry me? She said, certainly. We got on a plane and got married 2 days later in San Francisco. Kelly was very hurt when sort of we got the paper that said, you know, your marriage has been invalidated. And, you know, I said, honey, no paper made us married and no paper's going to make us unmarried. And, you know, there'll come a day. You don't deserve the marriage word. It's a cultural fight. But, you know, do you deserve equality under the Constitution? Of course you do. Taboo was a really great experience at a really bad time. Here's what I'd say. If you're getting sued by a major media conglomerate, open a Broadway musical to distract yourself. But don't expect it to be successful. I was really, really lucky last year to be offered the role of Golda in Fiddler on the Roof, classic American musical theater. I really am not gifted enough to be a Broadway star. I'm really good to be a replacement. Like, you know, when a show's going to close and they need someone for 2 more months, I'm a good person to put in. About 4 years ago, I decided I really wanted to get back to the reason that I became a performer, which was Broadway. So we started a brand new foundation called Rosie's Broadway Kids, where we go into the inner cities, public schools in the 5th grade. We go to the lowest income schools, and we provide them with a 16-week in-school program of musical theater taught by Broadway professionals. That's been the best thing that I've done. I'm so proud of it. You know, it's interesting. I went and did a few episodes of Queer as Folk, and I went and did a movie, Riding the Bus with my sister. And during those times, I was sort of putting my toe back in the water of acting and publicity and fame. I thought, well, I'm going to try a blog. Sort of a free-form journal, stream of consciousness, what you're thinking about, what's important to you. I find it really enjoyable, frankly. I don't know. I actually started painting after 9/11. I always did collage. I always did paper on paper with glue, and I would do sort of elaborate scrapbooking or deluxe scrapbooking, but I never did it on canvas. And after 9/11, all the images from the paper and from photos that people had given me or that I had seen, I couldn't throw them away, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I started gluing them on canvas. This woman who runs the American Visionary Arts Museum in Baltimore, She saw some of my pieces and asked if she could put them in a year-long exhibition about character. All the money raised from all my paintings goes back into the RBK Foundation, goes back into charity. But there's a lot of art, I can tell you. I just want to say OCD is not always a bad thing. It was really Kelly and her friend Greg's company. You know, that's a wonderful, wonderful cruise that celebrates gay families and families that love them. You know, I just have to show up and have fun. It's really pretty much the easiest gig of my life. I think it'll be fun. I think last time I got a little swept away with the undertow. You know, I had some unrealistic expectations of what a TV star was really capable of achieving in the world today. I think it's been a good break for me, but I think I'm definitely ready. Like it or not, here I come.